WWE 2K26 is right around the corner, everyone, and we already have a lot of speculation. We have a lot of videos coming your way, but not only that, there is a specific WWE referee on Twitter kind of pointing, maybe talking about it, maybe wanting it to happen. We don't know, but it was certainly interesting that it came from his account that he wanted AAA referees in the game, and he was talking about how excited he is for 2K26. And this doesn't confirm anything, right? But the fact that it was posted is certainly interesting on its own. Now, I don't think that this means that referees have been scanned. I don't think any of that. What I do think it means is that he may want this to happen, and it got a lot of likes, it got a lot of retweets, and it also got a lot of reactions. Some people immediately thought that this was something that was confirmed or that he was confirming on his own. No. I was able to actually read into the tweet and look into it, and it looks like it's just pure speculation, and it looks like it's something that he wants to happen. Now, I had to look through his profile just to really get a gauge for who he really is. So he is a WWE referee. He has pictures with John Cena, and he is also followed by WWE as well. So I had to go on ahead and look at that. And the second thing we want to go over is the tweet that was put out from Daryl Sharma, aka Adrian Butler WWE. I didn't know that they rock different names. That's a new one to me. But the excitement and anticipation for WWE games, hashtag WWE 2K26, has begun. Not a bad idea at Nutshell the Fan. So what I'm thinking is Nutshell the Fan made this because if you look at this picture, his watermark is on there. The referee saw this and he said, you know what? Not a bad idea. I was able to look through his profile as well. Head referee, Productor, Lucha Libre, AAA, so it looks like he may have a little bit to do with AAA as well. Retired pro wrestler, and again, followed by WWE, which I think is important because I want to make sure that my sources are, as good as possible. But again, when it comes down to the source, when it comes down to this piece of news, nothing is confirmed. This guy is just really putting out there, hey, what if this happened? Sort of like my video. What's the difference aside from him being followed by WWE and being a referee? I mean, we're kind of saying the same thing, and I wanted to get on here, really talk about this because if, right, there are 5 referees that are scanned, right? My 5 to 10 wrestler theory goes out the window. I do think we are going to see AAA talent this upcoming year. I think there is no way that we don't see that. I mean, if I had to put my house on it, I'd probably put my house on it. I think it's going to happen. I can tell you guys how good this is going to be for the game, but it really just matters how they go on ahead and do it. Now, I was watching my good friend Kenny Bomb's video, and he mentioned that he feels like the game could lose its identity if they do too much AAA, which I slightly agree, but I also think the more the merrier, in my opinion. The more moves, the more entrance motions, the more stuff you can use for your created character. I mean, the possibilities are endless with all these different moves and all that good stuff. So me personally, I want to see it, even though I think that they can't overdo it. I think at the end of the day, you got to keep the main focus WWE with a little side of AAA. It's almost like your main dish, bro. You get a burger, the WWE is the burger, and then the fries, that's AAA, bro. I mean, listen, bro, I like to eat, bro. I had to find an analogy, but nonetheless, I really want to see AAA content, especially someone like Mr. Iguana. I think that could be a huge win for everyone because it looks like this guy's moving a lot of merch. And again, I don't want to talk about the same exact things we talked about in the last video, but I thought that this was worth talking about the fact that WWE personnel member is potentially talking about, these things and even speculating about these things. And people took it as, hey, AAA to WWE 2K. As much as I would like it to be revealed at this point, it's not just going to be revealed. They're going to wait on this, but I genuinely do think after the SuperCard reveal, this is what's coming. So after looking into that, man, if it is 5 referees, we're probably looking at about 15, 20 wrestlers, right? And again, this is a picture that was taken before. This has nothing to do with 26. The 2K26 logo was stamped onto the photo, and I feel that the whole game would benefit from a AAA edition, simply because you got My Rise that could largely benefit. I think that benefits the most, 100%, but you got Universe mode, and if you bring Story mode, and if you do things like that, you have so much assets to use and so many different things. But even going back to the My Rise, allowing me to see some of these referees in this picture while I'm having a match, or having the ring, having the championship belts, having a couple of AAA talents, I think that that could make the My Rise more diverse. And when they did acquire AAA, it did seem to me that there might have been enough time to maybe work something in with AAA and the Myras. We really don't know everything just yet. We don't know anything at all, actually. It's all pure speculation, just like this referee is doing. But I don't think he knows what he did, because a lot of the community is thinking, oh my God. You know, you look at his profile, you look at who he's followed by. It looks like, you know, maybe he's saying, hey, this is happening, but I'm trying to take it with a grain of salt, because even though he could kind of potentially be throwing a teaser, that's why I put asterisks, because I don't think this is a teaser. I think this is just more of a referee maybe putting his thoughts out there and not realizing what that could do to the WWE 2K community. Just my 2 cents. But I really want to see, you know, what's going to happen and what's going to be the reveal. This is coming soon, man. We got leak pages and everything like that, which I try not to cover leaks on this channel or as much. Obviously, if something is very important, we're going to talk about it. But I see a lot of, you know, AAA talk and things like that. And I don't know. But I think that I'm certain at some point that this is going to be revealed, and we're really going to have to see what's next, right? What's down that rabbit hole of bringing more characters to the roster, and hopefully no one from NXT gets left out, because that's my biggest fear as well, that we actually get wrestlers that are on the NXT product, you know, weekly, and we don't see them in the game, but we do start getting this AAA talent. Again, I think it can appeal to a different audience, but I think that we need to prioritize WWE, and if AAA does end up becoming a thing, then so be it. I'm cool with it. I'm actually happy about it if that's the case. So we'll have to see what happens, man. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.